Budget meal recipe episode 1. Let's go.
Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Today is day 1 of our week-long budget meals, and we were able to keep it under $100. Everything is in this box right here. All of the grocery list that I put up for you guys is right here. I did have a couple of things like like onion or potato, so I did add those in there, but I did configure it price-wise for those items, so I still counted them. So let me just tell you what we're going to be making from this Wednesday today to next Wednesday. So that gives us the whole week. So today is going to be the spiced lentil stew with spinach and a fried egg. That goes really, really well with like a side of white rice if you want to add it. You don't have to. And I will, like I said, I'll post the recipe cards for each one of these on each day that we do them. Thursday we have the falafel with yogurt and cucumber sauce, and then Friday we have our meat sauce pasta bake with cheese. Saturday we have the chicken teriyaki with broccoli rice. Sunday we have the roasted chicken thighs with carrot ginger salad, which is like my favorite salad ever. Monday we're doing a deviled egg sandwich. That's assuming that you have mayo. If you don't have mayo, we can make mayo because eggs are on the list, okay? So, and oil was on the list, all right? So let me know. And lemon. So, and then Tuesday, we're gonna be doing the Mediterranean chicken and green olives. Delicious. That's like one of my favorite Mediterranean dishes. And then Wednesday, we're gonna end it with cornbread and chili. Okay, so I'll show you guys what I have in the box. I'll unbox it and then we'll get started on our first meal. Again, we'll do this all week. If you guys like it, we can keep it going. If we need to make some changes, we can do that. And also, if you guys need help with any breakfast items, let me know, because we can do some pre-made things that you can just stick in the freezer and we can configure that into the price. Again, I did it less than 100, so you have about $30. Since that was the budget we were aiming for, about $130. So $30 to buy breakfast items or other things that you might need. Again, we can adjust where we need to. Okay, let's go. Okay, so plain Greek yogurt. We have Italian parsley. I also added cilantro in there. I know a lot of people don't like cilantro, so you can sub parsley for it. I personally love cilantro, okay? We have our green olives. These are the cheapest ones that I found in this size. This is plenty of olives for our Mediterranean and green olive dish. We have 2 heads of broccoli. You can also get frozen broccoli if that works better for you. We got a big thing of a big can of these peaches. This is going to be for our cobbler, so I just got the big can. This was cheaper than buying, fresh peaches, and I have no problem with these peaches. I enjoy them. Okay, then I got 2 cucumbers. We have dill for our Greek yogurt cucumber sauce. I do like to make it, if you can get the tzatziki or yogurt dip at the store, but I don't think it tastes as good. So we're gonna make it. It's easy to make. Okay, we got black beans. I did have some soy sauce, so I just got that. I know a lot of people already have soy sauce in the fridge. We have this for cornbread. This is like 80 cents. I love it. Like, this hasn't really changed too much. I know at one point it was like 27 cents. And the cool thing with that is that you can add things to it to make it super good. I have baking noodles that we're gonna use for our meat sauce pasta bake, just because this is the pasta that we really like to use, but you can use whatever you want. Whatever pasta you want. Butter. I have the 2 things of tomato sauce. Potatoes. Like I said, I already had potatoes, so I put those in there. I did need. So for the onions, instead of, I needed 3 large onions, I still had a little bit of the shallots and a tiny little onion and the bulb of garlic. Carrots. I got the big bag. I love carrots. in a very specific way. I don't love the potatoes, okay. Cilantro, frozen spinach, some regular white rice, the 2 pounds of ground beef, iceberg lettuce, lentils, dried chickpeas, tomato paste, 1 lemon, and eggs. Okay? Chicken thighs. Yep, we got chicken thighs. So this is everything that we are going to be using this week for our budget meals. All right, so I'm gonna put some of this stuff away and we'll get started. Okay guys, so today is Wednesday and we are going to be making the spiced lentils stew with spinach and an egg. Again, you're more than welcome to serve it with a side of white rice or brown rice, whatever you want. I did put rice on the list, and it's pretty affordable, so that's a pretty affordable side. Anyway, so we're gonna get started. So you need about 1/4 of an onion, or just a tiny onion, and 3 cloves of garlic. I have about a tablespoon of oil already heating up here. Okay, so we're just gonna add that in. Okay. And to this, so I took 1 cup of my lentils and covered it. Just added some boiling hot water to it and let it sit while I prepped everything else. And then just let it absorb that water. Okay, so this is after it's absorbed the majority of the water. I'm gonna put that right in. Okay. You see it still has just a little bit of that water left. So I'm gonna cook this here. Just kind of toss it around. Okay. Then while that's sitting, I'm going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, going to add 1 teaspoon of cumin, one teaspoon of sweet paprika, now let this cook. Okay. To this, I'm not going to add salt right now because we are going to do 4 cups of broth. So you need 1 cup of the lentils that have been soaked in water and 4 cups of broth. You can use vegetable broth, beef broth, it's up to you. I have some chopped cilantro. I'm going to add that in here. Cumin loves cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, you can use parsley. Okay. Now, as this is starting to kind of catch a little bit, I'm going to add, I have 1 bag of frozen spinach that I just strained. And I put it in the microwave just to defrost it a little bit. I didn't cook it in the microwave though. I'm gonna add that in here. It's gonna release some of its juices, so that'll be perfect to kind of help us deglaze. So we're just gonna let this sit a little bit. I'm just going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of tomato paste. We don't need much, you just kind of want it to kind of have just a hint of that acidity and sweetness from the tomato paste. And you can add some cayenne to this if you want to. Obviously you don't have to. Okay. And then I'm just gonna do about 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Okay. And then to this is my broth. I just have some bouillon cubes mixed with water, and 4 cups worth. Okay. Let it simmer. Okay, now we are going to cover this and let it simmer. You want it to thicken up a little bit. It'll take about 20-30 minutes to do that. While that's happening, I'm just gonna make a side of white rice. Okay, and I'll see you soon. Okay, so we're at this point now. It's starting to reduce, and it's looking real good. Okay, so this is done. I'm just gonna set it aside and fry our egg. The rice should be done soon, reduced significantly. Just gonna spray. Drop of water. Cover it. Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. We are going to take our rice. I added some cilantro to my rice. We have our rice. Obviously, you can add more rice if you want to. Our lentils and spinach. Our beautiful fried egg. We garnish with cilantro. Yes, we do. And some, if you want smoked paprika, this is a good dish for it. Okay, there you have it. This is our gorgeous budget meal. And budget where? Look at it. Look at this. 22 grams of protein. Delicious, okay? Tasty. This is not cafeteria food. This is a delicious, affordable budget meal. Okay, so let's dig in. Should we break into the egg though? Should we? Okay, let's do it. Okay, there it is. It's beautiful. We are grateful. We are fed. Okay. Delicious. I hope you give it a try. Thank you so much for joining me. And, you know, I hope this dish finds you in good health and lots of luck. And, yeah, we got this. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you soon.